D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my weekend review, where I usually come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can read the articles that I read to bring you this video, or you can, you can read them and come up with your own opinion, or you can just listen to this video where I just break them all down for you, and it's a little less time. Before I get started, I want to say 2 things. First one, sorry this episode is late this week. My computer died, and I didn't have an episode last week because I didn't have a computer. I had to get it fixed and everything. But after this week, everything will back to business as usual. And then the second thing is, if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine always get pushed to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So for my first story, with the launch of the What If series on Disney Plus, it looks like this is the first animated series of the Marvel universe, and it's had some success. I mean, I don't really see it trending a whole bunch on Twitter and stuff, but, people in my circle seem to like it. I personally have mixed feelings on it, although that last episode, the zombie episode, I did enjoy. Now, this has been confirmed to have a season 2, which is great. Hopefully they can continue to, improve and do better. But one thing that's interesting is it looks like that Black Widow will continue on the What If series and in that What If universe, which I think is pretty great. In an exclusive interview with The Direct, What If producer and designer Paul Lazine, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but whatever, was asked if there was a specific stories or movies from Phase 4 that were already planned for adaptation into animation. And he said there's an episode that is based on one of the movies that literally just came out with a woman with red hair. And I think that that's really interesting. Now, we've already seen Black Widow in the What If series already. We got to see her take pretty much center stage in that episode 3. And then we did see her for a small portion of episode 5 where she tried to fight off zombies, and, they obviously took her down and everything. Now, there was one episode of season 1 that wasn't finished before season 1 launched and premiered and everything. So from what I understand online is that that episode has just been pushed back to season 2. They're just because they didn't have the animation done for it, I guess. So they're just going to push it back to season 2, and it'll probably just be the first episode of season 2, which I'm fine with. And this season, I believe, is 9 episodes instead of 10, how it was supposed to be, which again, I'm fine with that. That's fine. What are you going to do? Stuff happens. Now, I do think there are plenty of stories that they could adapt for season 2. I'm not sure because they're really not going off the comic books with this. They're more like going off, except for that zombies one was very comic booky. But they have plenty of things they could do. Like, what if Black Widow had not died? Or, what if she hadn't taken down the Red Room? Or what if Yelena died during that whole mission? What if Taskmaster, killed her, but then was to be able to be freed, and she became the new Black Widow for the Avengers. There's plenty of stories that they could go with. I mean, those were just ones I just literally came off the top of my head. I don't know, what they could, do, but it'll be interesting to see what they do. Anyways, but it will just be interesting to what they do with season 2 of What If. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. If season 1 doesn't pan out to be good, I probably won't watch it. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, it looks like Phoebe Waller-Bridge has left Amazon's Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV series. Now, if you don't know who Phoebe Waller-Bridge is, she is most famous for her show Fleabag, and then she did play the robot on Solo, a Star Wars movie. She did the voice for that robot. I don't know if she did the actions and stuff and mocap and all that nonsense, but she definitely did play that. She voiced that robot. Now, she left citing due to creative differences with Donald Glover, who is the producer on that. And I believe he does have a role on that show. Now, if you don't know who Donald Glover is famous for, he wrote and starred in Atlanta. That's a fantastic series. It's only got 2 seasons. I would suggest watching it. It's really, really good. I hope there's a season 3. He He was also had a small part in Spider-Man Homecoming, which, all that good stuff. And then again, he was also in Solo, a Star Wars movie with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. He played Lando Calrissian, a younger version. And from what I understand, he will be playing Lando Calrissian in the Disney Plus series, which, good for him. I love Donald Glover. I didn't like him I don't like his music where he's what is his name on there? I don't remember his music name, but I don't like his music. And I don't his comedy's okay. But him as an actor, top notch. Love him. He's great. He's so good. Atlanta is such a good show. I can't say enough good things about Atlanta. Apparently the split was applicable. Maybe there just wasn't bad blood. She just, felt like she couldn't get her ideas out, or they didn't want to do what she wanted to do. I don't know what it was, but they always say creative differences. And me, I just go, you probably didn't get your way. So you're like, I'm leaving and I'm taking my toys with me. That's how I feel like everybody is when they don't get their way on movies. Now, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is working on Indiana Jones 5 at the moment, and that's got a lot of problems in itself. I mean, there are leaks online about what's going to go with that series, and if those are true, that movie sounds like a hot mess. But then we also got the fact that Harrison Ford did get apparently seriously injured on the set for that. He always gets injured on set these days. He's old. He needs to take care of himself better. Now, this series is based on Doug Liman's feature movie starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And this is a joint production and everything with New Regency, which is Doug Liman's, and Amazon Prime. And they're due to start production next year. Now, the story was centered about a married couple who discovered that they were spies hired to assassinate each other, and was first released in 2005, but was somewhat overshadowed by the romance between the two leads of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Now, Phoebe Waller-Bridge was set to star in this, and then she was also going to be an executive producer on the series alongside with Donald Glover. And then the duo announced the project last year. And they did that on, I believe, Instagram. I don't remember off the top of my head, I think it was on Instagram, because it was like a video, and anyways, it doesn't even matter. Anyways, so Donald Glover came up with the idea for this series, and he is the co-creative producer and the executive producer. And then he is also stepping into Brad Pitt's shoes and starring in that role. And then Francesca Sloan is going to be the showrunner for the show. So, I mean, listen, I have nothing against Phoebe. I've never seen Fleabag, so I have nothing against Phoebe Waller-Bridge or anybody on this show. It just sounds like, to me, like I said, when anybody ever says creative differences, whenever they put that out there, it just goes like, fine, you don't want to do what I'm going to do, then I'm just going to go home and everything. And me personally, I'm just like, fine, go home, bye. I'm like, but at the same time, I don't know if that's what happened, but I hope it's not. I hope it's just like, she's like, hey, I don't have time for this. I got to do Indiana Jones 5. So, for my third and final story of this week, Owen Wilson will be starring in the Haunted Mansion for Disney, and he also will be starring alongside Tiffany Haddish and Lakeith Stanfield. Now, this is based on the theme park ride, the Haunted Mansion at Disney World and such, and this is going to be directed by Justin Seaman, who also directed Dear White People and Bad Hair. Now, the story details on this are very limited. Like, you can't really, it's kept secret. They're keeping it close to the chest and everything. But it's basically about a family who moves into a haunted mansion, and it's centered around the characters and all that stuff. So, riveting and a new idea and everything, which, I mean, it's the Haunted Mansion. What else are they going to do? Although we'll talk about that in just 2 seconds. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be on Disney Plus or in theaters. I did read the article that I read that I'll leave down below. It didn't say if it was going to be on Disney Plus or theaters. So they might have mentioned it in a previous article that I didn't see, but they didn't mention it in this article, unless I can't read and I didn't see it. but I don't think that it's going to be in anything. Now, if you want to learn more about the Haunted Mansion theme park attraction, there is a fantastic documentary called Behind the Attraction on Disney Plus that you can learn about this, and it's fantastic. They talk about the animatronics, the growth of the theme park ride, the problems they had in the past, and everything. And it really is fantastic just to watch that stuff. I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World or any of those, but I hope to go one day. Oh, and everything. But it just really, and you know what's really great about the Haunted Mansion is every theme park has a different story. For instance, in France, I believe it's in France, they have this bride story where this jilted bride, she's the main focus of the movie. And I believe the one in Florida, it's just like I'm not quite sure off the top of my head. It's like, you know, the mansion is haunted and there's like a dancing ghosts and all that stuff. It's just super fun. I think it's great how they use mirrors, animatronics, they use all these different things. And I think, and as far as Owen Wilson goes, he recently was in Loki. Sorry, I should talk about that. That's the main part of this. He was recently in Loki, where he did a good job. I liked him in that. And I do like Owen Wilson. He's also going to be in this year, I believe it's this year, in the French Dispatch. So, you know, good for him getting that role. He's going to be playing the lead and everything. And I think that this, I'm not a huge fan of Tiffany Haddish anymore. I don't think that she's as good as I thought she was. I don't really care for her comedy. And then as far as an actress goes, she's pretty like, she's very meh to me. But Lakeith Stanfield, I like him a lot. He's great. So hopefully this will be super great and everything. And I wish nothing but the best for everybody. I want everybody to succeed. So those are my 3 stories of the week. Tell me, what do you guys think about all this? How do you feel about Black Widow continuing on in the What If animated series on Disney Plus? Do you like that idea? Do you not like that idea? I think it's fine. You know, we won't be seeing Scarlett Johansson at Disney probably ever again because of her lawsuit, but I think that this will be interesting to see that character and what could have been if she hadn't been killed off. Also, tell me, what do you guys think about Phoebe Waller-Bridge leaving the Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV series? Is this something that affects you in any way, shape, or form? Are you a huge fan of Phoebe Waller-Bridge? I mean, I personally, I've only seen her in that Solo movie, so I don't know her. So I can't judge her work, or I mean, I could judge her on that, but she played a robot, so who cares? But no, I can't judge her on Fleabag or anything, or her writing with that. So you know, whatever. But do you think that there was a problem on the set, or do you think, like they said, applicable, that she left, you know, under good circumstances? She just creative differences. And then how do you feel about Owen Wilson joining the cast of the Haunted Mansion? Are you a huge fan of the Haunted Mansion? Have you been there personally, like in person, to see the ride? Have you seen that Behind the Attraction on Disney Plus? You know, what's your favorite movie that Owen Wilson has been in? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below, you guys. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind if you mention, you know, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my weekend review. You guys have a good week. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my weekend review.